Thank you very much. Okay, so I want to make sure that you get to have some lunch on time. So what I'd love you to do is to be my timekeeper. So I've got 25 minutes. I've just given 5 minutes back. So I would really love, you don't need to yawn, that won't help. But what I'd really love you to do is when I'm getting to the 20-minute mark, a few people just wave at me, all right? Because what I want to do is I want to make sure that I serve you today. I'm not here to serve me, I'm here to serve you. So I'm going to give you a very important topic, but I'm going to only scratch the surface. I'll be speaking again in another session pretty well straight after this one. However, I'm going to be here for the next couple of days, so I'd love to just have you come and visit me out at a table, at People Builders table out there, if you do have some questions. But I want to make sure that we give you the most in this time that we have, which is why I didn't bother changing the mics. So let's just get started. And if we can get that to work, it works. See, we're now living in the imagination age. You know, it's a theoretical period beyond the information age where creativity and imagination will become the primary creators of economic value. And we've already heard a little bit about this today. So what I want to do today, just as Dr. Rita King, the NASA scientist, is saying there, is help us to understand that we need to be different leaders and we need to develop our leaders differently. Yes, my name is Grant Herbert and I'm from Sydney, Australia. Any other Aussies in the room? Thank you. Give yourselves a hand. And what I do is travel the globe teaching leaders out of my own journey of imperfection. I have a leadership career that started in military, went into corporate, and just as Dennis was talking about, I've been through some things as well that have taught me what to do and what not to do. I'm the father of 5 wonderful children and husband to an outstanding wife. Unfortunately, it's my second wife because the things that I now teach, I didn't know. You know, many of you have come up to me already today and said that you saw me speak on emotional intelligence here last year. I tell people all the time, I'm a subject matter expert in emotional intelligence. I'm a work in progress in its implementation, just like everybody else. And, you know, even right now, I haven't slept for about 30 hours and I'm pretty wired right now, and little things that shouldn't allow my limbic brain to activate have been doing that this morning. So, you know, what I'm getting across to you there is I'm a real person. Yes, I have qualifications and I travel the world and I do all this sort of stuff, but at the end of the day, I'm an ordinary guy who puts his pants on one leg at a time most mornings, just like everybody else. And what I've done is just devoted the rest of my life to teaching out of that journey that I've been on. And one of the things that I've seen happen, and I was doing it as well in our company, People Builders, is we are teaching leaders 20th century techniques, 20th century, you know, leadership training, etc. But we're in a 21st century world. And we've been in it now for 18 years. And I know I was doing that as well. And we were finding in the research that we've done and the people we've worked with across the globe that we weren't cutting it with helping people to be able to be a leader. You know, you've all had this asked before. Who's a leader in the room? Yeah, I'm another one of these interactive people. All right, let's do that again. Who's the leaders in the room? Great. And you know, what we would normally say is, well, everybody needs to put your hand up because every single person is a leader. And I believe that in my heart. Leadership is not a position. Leadership is not a set of skills. And one of the things that I find sad is that leadership has been relegated to those things. Leadership is an internal quality that each and every one of us has. And it's a different world that we live in today. And we need to develop our leadership and the leadership of others for a different world, and that's the VUCA world. You've heard of this term before. It was a term coined by the American military at the end of the Cold War, and it stands for volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous. By the way, those taking photos, that's fine. Just no profile shots of me would be great. However, if you come out and let me know at the stand, or if you indeed connect on LinkedIn or something, ask me for a copy of the slides. I'll give you everything that, I'll give you a full copy of them as well. But who understands that this is the world that we live in today? This is the world that you as HR leaders and the people that you work with are working in today. Things are a little bit volatile. I mean, uncertainty, and it didn't just happen at 9/11, but it certainly has made things a lot more volatile. Just to go through an airport, just to get here over the last couple of days is a lot different to what it used to be like when I first started going on planes. Things are a lot more complex, and we don't always get all the answers. Who's the people in the room that wait until they've got 100% of the information before they do anything? Can I see your hand?